I mean, that whole process was crazy. Like, because you talk about, going to Wyoming, right? Freshman All-American. And then my second year, on track to be, all conference and all that. I didn't play the last 3 games, and I still had like 2 interceptions, 99 tackles. You know what I mean? Like, when it was time for me to train, they didn't give me any film. They denied me. I mean, I couldn't get a scholarship. I had to walk on to OSU.
And they hadn't seen your film.
They hadn't seen my film. I was sending out my accolades.
Okay,
I was emailing people, sending out my accolades.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get a scholarship from D1 AA schools, D2 schools.
You went from Langston.
Yeah, seriously.
What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Love, and welcome to the ROK Podcast, also known as Recruit Oklahoma. Today, I have a guest. He is the definition of grit, growth, and God-given purpose. Straight out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, this man built his name under the Friday night lights at the legendary Booker T. Washington High School, where he was more than just a baller. He was a leader, a difference maker, and a Hornet for life. After earning All-State honors and lighting up the 918, he took his talents to the Mountain West Conference, where he was named a freshman All-American at Wyoming. But the story didn't stop there. Transferring to Oklahoma State, he became a force in the Big 12 and powering through adversity to chase his NFL dream. Undrafted? Sure. Undeterred? Absolutely. Shamiel carved out a journey with the Patriots, the Dolphins, Bears, and the Bills, proving that character, consistency, and Christ can carry you further than talent alone. A motivational speaker, a mentor, and a faith-driven leader, empowering the next generation with truth, wisdom, and real-life experience. So I want to welcome Mr. Shamiel Gary to the ROK Podcast. What's up, man?
Appreciate you. Hey, that was a good intro right there.
You like that?
Yeah. I had to nod my hand a couple times. I was like, yeah, that is me.
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on.
Man, how you doing? You doing all right, man? Just chilling, doing your thing, and
busy. But I gotta say it's good seeing you. I haven't seen you since our John Marshall coaching days.
Yeah. We've been talked on the phone a few times, but ain't really seen you in person. I mean, you training Gage.
Yeah.
Kid I used to train too. He's lighting it up now, man.
Oh my goodness, he's
state
running
champion.
4.3s and 4.35s. He's doing good.
Sure.
You need to see him now.
I've seen him.
Chest rocked up.
I seen him.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then I saw him at the state track meet.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, he was blazing out. I was like, okay, Gage.
Yeah.
Like, when got him win him the 100.
Hold on, why you at the state track meet? You part of all sports, basketball, football, track,
everything. I know a lot of kids out there, man.
I got you.
I know a lot of kids, and just went to watch and support them all, man.
Yeah.
Man, so let's go back to. So where did your story begin, man? Where were you born? Where were you born at?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. We take pride in North Tulsa.
Okay.
But I mean, I kind of lived all over because my parents weren't together until 4th grade. I lived with my mom.
Okay.
In Gilcrease Hills, and then I moved with my dad from 5th grade until 9th grade.
Okay.
At off of Riverside.
Okay.
But I went to Carver Middle School. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then junior year, then I moved back across the street from McLean.
Okay.
And I finished out my high school years with my mom from like sophomore or junior year to my senior year.
During those times of transition and movement, did you ever have a stable mentor or coach that guided you? Or
no, I mean my dad. I would say, my dad's taught me what not to do, what to do. I try to think back, like, man, what gave me my work ethic, and I try to instill that in the kids that I like mentor and train. But I'm like, man, how did I get that? And I'm like, it's actually from my dad. My dad used to wake me up at 5 a.m. to do landscaping with him, and he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll pay you. Man, we'll get home at 10 p.m., 5 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Wouldn't pay me a dime.
Right.
That's
how I get my kids.
Yeah.
Just tell them I'm going to pay them.
Yeah, that's dirty. Don't do that to your kids, okay?
No, I'll pay them. I'll give them a little something. I feed them.
You feed them. That's how you pay them. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nah, man. So were your parents athletes?
My dad, I don't know. I haven't seen no papers. But my dad said he almost made it to he ran the 100. You know, he said he almost made it to like the Olympic trials or something like that.
Okay.
There's no documents.
Okay.
So that's what he says. I believe him. I seen him run. He runs fast. My mom wasn't really like a athlete. She was like the cheerleader type, but that's still athletic.
It's athletic. Yeah.
I'm probably the most athletic in my family. That's what I like to say.
Okay.
I got 2 older brothers. Gotcha. They play linemen, you know, and they're 5'6" and 5'8".
Oh man!
And I got blessed with some height. Yeah.
Okay. So did they play? You said 2 older.
Yeah.
So did they play Booker T as well?
Yeah, they went to Booker T. They went to Booker T like during like prime Booker T years, like Robert Meacham, Quentin Chaney, Felix Jones. You know, all of them right there. Mike Anderson. Like when. You know, they had some guys.
So by the time you got there, who were the dudes? You were one.
When I got there, no, I wouldn't say I was a dude. So
man, you had 100 and something tackles, man.
So I became a dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, but you know, I like to, you know, I try to be real because you know you get these guys that are high school athletes and they're expecting scholarships immediately. You know what I mean? Shoot, sometimes your journey looks a little different. You know, you got to be a little patient. You got to be consistent. You got to be willing to deal with some of the hard times. And you got to be willing to deal with coaches putting a glass ceiling on your potential, right? And you got to have enough belief in who you are to continue to fight and have faith to continue to put that work in, you know?
Right.
So my freshman year, you know, there was a guy named Justin Skillings. So I hope Justin sees this. I was always chasing Justin. Okay. Justin went to the Bulldogs. I played at the North Navy Center. Okay. He was the quarterback over there. I was the quarterback over here. Okay. We went to Carver, right? Yeah. The Bulldogs could still play in 6th grade. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to play at quarterback my 6th grade year because they had a guy named N. Pons. N. Pons, I love you. But Justin came over 7th grade. Okay. Quarterback, the guy. 8th grade. Yeah. The guy. 9th grade. The guy. He's the guy. You know, and then 10th grade, 11th grade, I finally got my chance at quarterback, and I lost my position after one game. Okay. To Eric Bennett. You know? Okay. He was really good. And then my senior year, I finally got my opportunity. And
on the defensive side.
On the defensive side. But Eric got hurt second game.
But you was ready.
I was ready. Threw about 800 yards. You know what I mean?
Oh, dang,
I think that's a testament to just like just believing in yourself, you know, even if things aren't going your way, though.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. So what other sports did you play? Just strictly football?
A little basketball.
Just a little bit. You could dribble. You could dribble as much.
A little bit. I could dribble with my left hand.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But I couldn't dribble with my right hand.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I thought you were right-handed and could dribble with your left hand a little bit.
No. I got real bad anxiety.
Oh, really? With basketball?
With basketball. Because the crowd is very close. Okay. Right? And so, you know, anytime someone pass me the ball go through my hands. Anytime I shoot it, the ball hit the backboard, you know. Man. So, yeah, I wasn't very good.
You got sat down quick.
Yeah. Then I played baseball, though. Okay. But I couldn't see.
Yeah, because you fell in the right sport, didn't you? You could see that little ball coming at you?
Then I ran track. Okay. 9th grade, 10th grade. But Coach Jimerson kept trying to make me run the 400.
Oh, that's not no.
Come on, man.
I did that one time in my high school career, and I almost died.
You know what I mean?
You got to practice for that. Yeah, you got to train for that, man.
But regardless of how much I trained for it, I would lay out every time. Hamstrings hurt, glutes hurt, you know?
So you were a multi-sport athlete, just not good at everything.
Yeah. I was mediocre in a lot of things, but I was good at the thing that mattered most to me.
There you go. Yeah. So when did football click for you? Like, at what age do you think?
No, I was always good. I was always good. So, you know, I'm trying to be humble, but there was first through 5th grade, I was like really good. I think I always had like the ability and talent. Middle school just didn't get the same opportunity. Okay. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And in high school, same thing. But when I did get my opportunity, I was able to showcase my abilities. But I was always that kid in elementary. I'll put books in my backpack, run around the Gilcrease, you know, the hill that we had over there. You know, my friend John Goodlett, we would go to the North Navy Center. I would throw him passes. It was always like a extra work being put in. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I was luckily. You asked earlier about a mentor. So my sophomore year, I was doing footwork drills, ladder drills in the front of my house. Yeah. And a guy by the name of Rasheed Lowe pulled up in his truck and was like, man, it's hot out here. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get better. And he was like, I got a training facility, and you can come train for free. Man. And so he trained me from my sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Yeah. And so you talk about like it clicking and someone else believing in me. Yeah. He had a major impact on my career.
That's crazy. Just come stop a kid and say, hey, come train, man.
Yeah. Luckily, he wasn't trying to steal me.
Was he a coach?
He was a coach.
Okay.
No, I mean like kidnap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you.
It's a different time,
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, who were some of your rivalries like when you're going into high school? Like, who were some of the teams that like?
It was always Booker T and Carl Albert. Booker T, and it depended on the year. So like if we were 5A, it'd be like Booker T, Central. I wouldn't say they were so much like a rival, but people would get up for it and come to the game. Same thing with McLean. People would come to the game.
Did y'all didn't ever get a chance to play Jinx or Union, did you?
6A. So we played
when you were 6A.
Jinx. I don't know if you remember Michael Harris. He played running back.
Just remember the name.
Yeah, he was all world. But
and
we beat them. And then that following year, we went to Jinx. I think it was my junior year. Boy, they beat us like 62-0.
Told y'all.
It was bad.
They remember.
But yeah, it was so. Mainly Carl Albert though, and then 6A, Jinx and Owasso, all that right there.
Carl Albert's still good.
Yeah.
So, as a high school athlete, what was your mindset like? Just as an athlete, when you went out there, when you went out there and played, what was your mindset in the classroom? Tell me about your mindset. Were you a good student?
No, I was a good student. I was a good student. But I was a good student when football
when it counted,
was in, So I was like really good. And then once football was out, I wouldn't say I was terrible, but like I was like 3.2, 3.4 when football's in.
Right.
Football's out, I'm like 2.8, 2.7, you know what I mean? And so
slacking.
Yeah, right. But no, I took school seriously. I think I worried about the wrong things. Very self-conscious. I got an 11-year-old daughter, and it's funny when you have kids, you kind of see some of those traits that you had growing up in them, and now I'm trying to do my best to pour into her and be like, hey, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're confident, you know what I mean? You can do anything you put your mind to. I believe in you. You got to start doing things a little differently. Stop dropping your eyes. Look at people in the eyes, speak up, do things a little differently. Because guess what? Your dad, I was afraid to make mistakes, you know what I mean? And I probably could have been a lot better. But in school, took it very seriously. My whole goal was to get a D1 scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. When did you realize? What moment did you realize you could play at the D1 level?
That I could play?
Yeah, that you could play. Yeah. First grade.
Man, no, I don't know.
You don't remember?
I always had the goal.
Yeah.
Like my team growing up was the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
Sean Taylor.
Yeah,
Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Warner Sapp, all them right there. I always wanted to go there.
Okay. Me too.
I don't know if it was ever like a belief in like if I could play. It was just more like delusional. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know how like some kids now are like, I'm going D1.
Oh, yeah.
And you have no skill set to play D1.
Nothing,
right? But like.
They can't even catch a ball.
You feel me? And so I think I had that like delusion that I could play D1, but I think I still had the skill set to do it.
Okay, so you wanted to get there, but you didn't think you could make it?
I don't think I necessarily believed that I could. I just knew that was the goal.
Okay, so when you started getting did you get a lot of scholarship offers?
Come on, man. No.
You just had one with Wyoming?
Wyoming. I had Air Force.
Okay.
But my grades wasn't good enough to get into the Air Force.
You did.
And then I had Wyoming.
Wyoming, okay.
Yeah. And then when I went to I went to Wyoming, and on the recruiting trip, I was going to take a trip to Kansas State, but it wasn't a for sure offer. And the coach was like, hey, do you have any other trips? I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Kansas State. He was like, well, if you take another visit, I can't promise you that the scholarship's going to be here. Because I committed,
Okay, I got you.
Isn't it crazy with the transfer portal, though?
Like, man, yeah.
When I tried to transfer to Oklahoma State, I got denied.
Really?
And then I had to appeal it.
From the NCAA?
From my coach. because you had to ask your coach if you could transfer.
To release you and all that stuff? Yeah.
And he denied me.
Dang,
and
that's
so
jacked
then
up.
they have like an appeal board.
Okay.
And so, I had to do the appeal process.
Yeah.
And then they said I could transfer to a D1 school in a 200-mile radius of Tulsa, Oklahoma. But I could transfer to any D2, D1 AA, but I could transfer to like a D1 school.
They said it had to be within 200 miles of Tulsa, your hometown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Different times.
Yeah. Because I know you had to sit out a year. I thought it was just because of the transfer rules.
Yeah, it was because of transfer rules, but I mean that whole process was crazy. Like, because you talk about going to Wyoming, right? Freshman All-American, and then my second year, like on track to be all conference and all that. I didn't play the last 3 games, and I still had like 2 interceptions, 99 tackles. You know what I mean? Like,
racking them up.
Yeah, and so, but when it was time for me to train, they didn't give me any film. Right?
They shut it out. Yeah,
they denied me. Man, I couldn't get a scholarship to. I had to walk on to OSU.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. And
they hadn't seen your film.
They hadn't seen my film. I was sending out my accolades.
Okay.
Like, I was emailing people, sending out my accolades.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get a scholarship from D1 AA schools, D2 schools.
You couldn't get one from Langston.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, my mom would come in the room and she'd be like, "Shamiel, you didn't throw your life away. You didn't throw your life away, son." I'm like, "Mom, just relax.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good." Yeah. And so I went up there for a visit, and they said we couldn't give you a scholarship, and but it just felt like home. And so I went ahead and
Glad you found a home. That was you picked a good spot.
Yeah.
Old State.
Yeah.
There you go.
They treated me right for the most part.
So when you were named freshman All-American at Wyoming, tell me what did that mean to you? Were you surprised at the moment when you?
No,
did you
freshman
even?
Year,
you was balling.
I was balling my freshman year.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you have your ups and downs.
Yeah.
Because you're a freshman, right?
Yeah.
The game is a little bit faster. You go from linebacker and quarterback in high school to playing like safety.
Free safety.
Yeah,
Were you free safety, strong safety more?
Strong safety.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you had all them tackles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, something that you don't learn in high school is like how to read your keys, right? Personnel, and how to be disciplined with some of those things. You know what I mean? Like,
it's different. Yeah.
In high school, you got a lot of leaky movement. Right, like you run up, then run back,
yeah.
run up.
You can afford to do that in high school. Yeah,
or college.
You toast.
Yeah, and so no, but after the season, I would say I was surprised though.
Okay,
yeah, I mean, I felt like I had a good season.
Good season, yeah.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know about any of this stuff though.
That's what I was gonna say. You probably didn't really know about the freshman All-American team and all that stuff, but yeah. How did you find out?
One of my coaches told me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you come back home. And you got the people that's like, man, I always knew you were good. Boy, man, stop it.
So you said you walked on. How did that process, and how quickly did you get respect on the campus with your coaches and all that stuff?
I don't know about how. I think when we started putting pads on and actually doing one-on-ones and things of that nature, I would say I was a walk-on, but I didn't have like the true walk-on experience because I played 2 years somewhere else.
Okay, right.
And like some of the strength coaches, like you remember NCAA where they had the star around your name. So I was an impact player at Wyoming. Okay. And then Joel Tupman, I don't know if you know who he is, but he was a strength conditioning coach.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah. He was like, all right, impact player. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. You know what I mean? And so, but I think when we started doing one-on-ones and probably like spring practice, you know what I mean?
They started seeing that headhunter mentality.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can play man now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't disrespect
I just seen you make a lot of tackles. That's all. You can good tackler. So tell me some of the closest teammates that you had at O State when you got there, or that you built over time there.
Yeah. I mean, I think my philosophy. I've always asked myself 2 questions. How can I accomplish my goal, and who can help me accomplish that goal, right? And so even at high school, I've kind of like attached myself to people who were doing what I wanted to do. So like at Booker T, Justin Fusilier, Like he could run fast, jump high, you know. And I was like, man, I asked him like, hey, how are you able to do this? He was like, man, I ran stadiums after every practice.
Yeah.
So I started to do that.
There you go.
I got close with Justin, you know what I mean? And then when I got to Wyoming, Chris Brzezinski, and then Tashawn Gibson. I think he's still playing, but I kind of like, I don't mind attaching myself to someone and getting underneath their wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I got to Oklahoma State, you know, Johnny Thomas, you know, I was really cool with Markel Martin.
Yeah.
But then my guy, BB, Broderick Brown.
Okay.
That was
he a DB?
Yeah, he was DB.
Yeah.
He played corner. He was the guy who against OU, the ball was going out of bounds. He jumped up and tipped it.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So walking on, he would give me, you know, we would get this stipend with Chick-fil-A cars and things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that as a walk-on. He would he would hand me some, you know, and then I stayed on his like futon during the summer, so I didn't have to pay for anything. Like that was my guy.
Yeah, like you mentioned that you like to where you attached yourself to like-minded individuals, people that either they're going to where you want to go. I mean, same spot, same goals, and I've tried over the years to teach my kids the same thing. You know, get with the like-minded people that you know, people that are not doing different stuff. Just go handle your business and hang with somebody that's doing the same thing. So I mean, that's a good thing to tell, you know, your kids now, and you did the right thing, I guess. It worked out for you.
I mean, I don't know where I got that from though, because I mean, you know, like I said, I would go do extra work in high school, and I don't know if this was a good trait, but I would text friends and be like, "Hey, let's go run stadiums." I give you 2 times. I'm busy. Next time, hey, let's go run stadiums. Nah, I'm good.
That's the last time.
I cut you off. Like, because you ain't going in the same direction,
right?
You know. Shoot. And then, you know, one thing I wish. I know you didn't ask this, but this popped in my mind. Man, one thing I wish my dad would have had more. I was actually just talking to someone about this. I wish my dad would have had more conversations with me about valuing myself as a young man and not getting distracted with women, because the purpose and the goal that you're trying to attain, right, is bigger than that right there. And it's always, now that I've been able to go to Miami and, you know.
There's distractions.
You know, it's always going to be there. You know what I mean? And so just learning the discipline of understanding, like, you have value.
Right.
And knowing where you're trying to go. You know what I mean?
Right. So what was it like playing with Coach? So Gundy was there when you head coach.
Yeah.
How was your relationship with him? Did you have one?
I wouldn't say I had a relationship. You know, I mean, if I see him now, like, you know, oh man, good seeing you, Shamiel. What you up to?
Right.
You know, I don't think you have a relationship with Gundy unless you're like offensive player, quarterback,
right? Yeah,
or the main guy that OSU's trying to like push.
Put out there,
yeah. But it was good playing with him. I think, you know, he does a good job of trying to relate to the players. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a good job. It was good playing with him. But you know, I think you have a closer relationship with your position coach.
Yeah. Richard Wilson was my position coach. He was. I mean, he was good for all of us, man. He was just a good, tough dude. He played at Arkansas, came and coached us for a while, coached college ball for a little while. But he helped me start my business.
Oh, really?
I mean, so, you know, it was right when I graduated. You know, he, you know, gave me a little money to do this and do that.
Oh, snap.
So I was like, man, this.
He wasn't worried about the NCAA?
No. I was out of college, so
okay.
This was out. This is after. So.
Yeah, I got you. Who was your head coach?
Bob Simmons.
Yeah.
So I came in with his first recruiting class, and I was telling Moses Madu, I interviewed him, and we were talking about Colorado and Eric Bieniemy and Cordell Stewart. So I told him, you know, Bob Simmons was at Colorado. That's where I was going to go play football at, and then he came to O State, recruited me at O State, and then, you know, the rest is history. So.
Moses Madu. You know, our daughters are playing on the same flag football team.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing like a travel flag football team.
Okay.
His daughter can run though, you know.
Okay. Yeah. How they doing?
No, we got our first tournament in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting them ready, huh?
Yeah.
Getting them ready.
But that's crazy though. you had Moses on before you had an OSU guy on.
Oh no, my first guy.
Heart is hurt
No,
right now.
my first guy.
No, I'm talking about me though.
Would you?
Yeah.
Hey man, I texted you a long time ago.
I did change my number. I put
Right,
that on me.
yeah.
I'll hold myself accountable. That's
Yeah,
my bad.
some girl texted me back to this is Sarah. I'm like, oh, my bad. I like
You know
Sarah.
what's so crazy though? So I changed my number, right?
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, you forget that your number's attached to so many different things.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? And someone said they text my number and someone texts back. And so I decided to text my number and
see what they say.
yeah, and I was like, hey, but now I wouldn't say we're like best friends. But that's my girl, though.
You met
I like
Sarah?
Sarah. Yeah, she's good people.
Yeah, she said, my name is Sarah. This is not, he got a new number.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's funny.
She let me know that the school tried to call, you know what I mean? That's
She's your personal assistant now.
yeah.
She booking your speaking engagements.
Yeah, you know?
That's funny. So what were some of the off-field lessons that in college that shaped your growth?
I would say that question, those two questions that who can help me out and how can I figure out?
Yeah.
How can I get to where I'm trying to go and who can help me get there? And I would say I truly learned that. So my junior year at Oklahoma State was like up and down, right? You know, because I went from Wyoming and I was freshman All-American, All-Conference, but I'm like, oh, I'm in the Big 12, so I got to get bigger. So I went from 205 to 220.
Dang,
but
okay.
I didn't realize in the Big 12 you got to cover people, you know?
Yeah, that's a little bit.
So so I had a bad year. I mean, I wouldn't say it was bad. It was games where I did good.
Okay.
Games where it was like a little shaky.
Did you come in just to start? Did you get a starting position?
Yeah, I started straight immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I asked myself two questions: who can help me out, and how can I get better?
Yeah.
Right. And what do I need to get better? I think that's one of the like greatest skills that you can have is like self-awareness.
Right.
Being able to like truly look yourself in the mirror and be like,
yourself,
man,
criticize.
yeah, and be like, man, I got to get better here. And so I realized I need to get faster. So I found this track girl. She had a track coach named John Drummond in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Got his number, called him. He said, hey, for a month, it'll be about $5,000. And I was like, one, I didn't sell my Pell. I didn't save my Pell Grant. I didn't save my stipends. I don't got this. So I asked myself those two questions. How can I figure this out, and who can help me? How was I sold plasma?
Dang, really?
Yeah, I sold
really?
plasma every week.
Okay.
Right, I still got the scar
Dang.
from selling the plasma. I got a job at Lowe's.
Okay.
While doing spring football, work and taking 16 hours of classes. I was able to save up the money. I was $800 short.
Dang.
Who can help me figure it out?
Yeah.
My cousin Trina gave me the money.
Okay.
Now I go to Dallas.
Yeah.
Who can help me get there? You know what I mean? Or get to my ride. Keisha, my sister.
Yeah.
Stayed on the couch. She let me use a car. And the crazy part is, it wasn't really the training. I got there. The first person I met was Terrell Brown. He played 9 years in the NFL for the 49ers, Oakland Raiders. He always makes fun of OSU. He went to Texas, you know what I mean, when they had Vince Young.
Yeah.
But he became my big brother. He picked me up from my sister's house every day. We did extra work after every track workout. He told me how to be a professional. He told me how to watch film. He told me how to take care of my body. And what I learned from that is sometimes the blessing is on the other side of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes life isn't so much about what you do; it's about who you know, right? And these are like cliche things, but it kind of like really stuck into my heart, like got ingrained into my heart. You know what I mean? And so from that point forward, I kind of always prided myself on like it's about my relationships, right? Yeah. And it's about finding a way. A lot of people have excuses, and I'm not trying to like give people no motivational talk right now, but seriously, like people will come up with, you tell people like, hey, this is 3 things you can do to get to your goal. Yeah. And they'll give you 10 excuses on why they can't do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But if you really want it, you'll find a way.
You'll make a way.
You know what I mean? And so I think that's the greatest lesson I learned is like, I have the ability
Mm-hmm.
to find a way,
Right.
regardless of my circumstance.
Right. So towards the end of your college career, you know, what were some of the obstacles or challenges that you face during that time? Just
Pull my quad. I was having, so my junior year, because they, you know, it was an up and down year. They tried to, my guy Lindell Johnson, they tried to put me in a battle with him for him to take my spot. But, you know, they didn't realize, you know, I got some dog in me. You know what I mean? I'm going to figure out a way. So I beat him out.
Yeah.
And, but now the announcers are like, okay, the defense is strong, but, you know, the strong safety may be a little in question. Talking about me.
Yeah,
you know? But by the time I got halfway through the year, you know, Fox News comes on, not Fox, but Fox Sports comes on. They naming the key players.
Yeah, you that impact, that
star.
One
key players now, you know?
That impact player. Yeah,
and so you know everything's going well. Agents are calling me. You know, I'm having a really good year. And then we play against Texas Tech at a night game. I don't think I hydrated enough. Go up for an interception. Pow.
Boom.
Yep. And I missed basically the rest of the year. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't. I tried to play on it, but you know, like, if you ever pulled a muscle, like it's hard to come back.
I
from.
pulled 2 quads. I pulled both of them.
Oh my goodness! How long did it take you to come back?
Oh, I was out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like my freshman year, I did it. I want to say after the 3rd game or 4th game, and just out the rest of the, I couldn't do it. Man. And then I did it again on my other leg. I think when I was going into my senior year, it was a spring ball, so I had time to recover a little bit. But man, that was painful, man.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I've been there. Yeah.
No, that thing's tough, you know. Yeah. And then when it was time for me to go I went to the Shrine Bowl or something like some senior bowl, and I'm talking to agents. They're like, "Man, what happened to you the rest of the year?
You just fell off." Yeah.
The coaches didn't say I got hurt, like, you know.
Nobody said nothing.
No, like, so now I'm trying to explain like what happened, but I think that was like the biggest thing that happened to me my senior year. And I would say the year before that, when I couldn't play, you know, I started doing like dumb stuff. You know what I mean? I was drinking alcohol and smoking and things like that. And what changed for me was, one, I passed out at a bar. I was like, Shamiel, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And then 2, I never got drug tested the entire year, right?
Okay.
And we go to the Fiesta Bowl, and the coach is like, hey, when you come back, we're going to test you. You know what I mean? Or they're going to test you. It's going to be random.
Yeah.
Man, they're like, Marcus, Taj, Shamiel. I'm like, Shamiel, what the hell? You know what I mean? So, you know, I did the normal thing. I was like, God, please, if you get me out of this, I promise I won't smoke ever again. You know what I mean? Luckily, I didn't get caught. And that's kind of when I, like, shifted my life around. Yeah. But luckily I went through that.
And this was in between your transition from Wyoming to okay.
Yeah,
you
when I
couldn't
play.
Okay.
And so luckily I went through that. So when I pulled my quad, I kind of remembered, man, I kind of already been through something like this. Now it was a downtime because I was doing so well, but I had the mental resilience to kind of like push through it because I've kind of already been through something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you said you had an agent. Did you say you had an agent, or agents were talking to you?
Agents were talking to me, and then they all decided to fall off the face of the earth.
Okay.
And then I ended up signing with a guy by the name of Carey Fabricant.
Okay. Yeah. How did he help you get into, or on the teams, or talk to teams? Did he did a good job? I mean, you signed as an undrafted.
Yeah, I don't know if he did too much. You know what I mean? I ain't giving him credit. I give myself credit.
You probably did it all.
Yeah, that was that was me. But no, I mean, I would give him credit from the standpoint of he paid for me to go to Orlando, Florida, to train at Tom Shaw.
Okay.
Man, I got like 3% body fat.
Yeah.
I was like 203. You know what I mean? So I would give him credit from that standpoint because he invested in me,
right?
And he believed in me. But when it was time for my pro day, you know, I was able to perform. I truly believe if I didn't get hurt, I'd probably get drafted like 5th, 6th, some round. But because, you know, when you go undrafted, there's like tryout guys.
Yeah.
there's preferred undrafted guys who get a signing bonus.
Okay.
And then there's people who get drafted.
Yeah.
I wasn't a tryout guy, so I was like, I got a signing bonus.
Gotcha.
I thought I was rich.
Okay.
5,000.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What'd you do with that first year?
Man, that thing went away. I bought like 15 pair of shoes, man.
Man, come on.
Yeah. And then the rest of it, I don't know what I did with the rest of it.
But it was gone
It
as
was
soon as you
gone.
got it.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know what
Did
I was
you
thinking.
you believed you were going to get more, I guess, after you got that bonus check?
I don't know. That was just, I don't think financial literacy is a thing that was taught. Like, that I took heed to. And so, you get a large lump sum.
It's gone, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you spending it,
Yeah. So walking through your NFL journey, the first squad was the Patriots?
Yeah.
Patriots,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that work out for you? How did you get in touch with them? How did that happen?
I kind of tell this story when I go speak,
Okay,
or whatever. And I talk about how I was sitting with my brother Shannon watching the draft. First, second round goes by, no one calls my name, but
Okay.
I wasn't expecting.
Okay,
No one called my name. But third, fourth, fifth round, you start seeing guys, and you're like,
this is way better than.
come on, man, I know I'm better than this guy
Yeah.
right here. You feel me? And then the sixth round goes by, the Cowboys actually called me.
Okay,
And they said they were gonna pick between me and another safety.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually pretty good. Ahmad Dixon.
Okay.
From
Remember that
Baylor.
name. I remember,
Yeah. So they ended up picking him. And then the seventh round comes by. The Patriots actually called me, and they say they want to pick me up as an undrafted free agent.
Okay.
They said they're not gonna draft me, but they want to bring me in.
Yeah. Did you have to go work out? Did they tell you had to work out, or did they know
No,
they were going
that's tryout guys.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
Like I was.
They knew you could play.
Yeah. So I was basically like signed to
Right.
the team or whatever. You know what I mean? Because they only bring in like 10 or so, maybe a little bit more, guys that they're like signing and giving like a signing bonus to.
Yeah.
And then, rookie mini camp, it's like 90 rookies there, right?
Really?
And a lot of those guys are just bodies.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I got a teammate named Tyler Patman. Man, he was a tryout guy.
Okay.
And he ended up turning that tryout into a 6-year career.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see. When they called me, it was actually pretty cool because I got a chance to. It was I can't think of the GM right now. It was a GM first.
Okay.
Then I got a chance to talk to Bill, and I was like, "Hey, will I have a shot to be able to make the team?" He was like, "Well, Shamiel, it was like if you do your job." I'm like, "All right, cool." But they actually mean it.
Yeah.
If you make plays at the Patriots, they'll give you Malcolm Butler, like. No disrespect to my guy. I love Malcolm. He's funny. He didn't know cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. Man, he was getting picks in cover 2, 20 yards down the field.
As a corner?
As a corner.
Okay.
Because he thought it was man. You feel me?
I'm like, why are you down the field and
Yes.
cover? Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
but he ended up making that team
making plays.
because what they care about is like, can you make plays?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang. Bust the coverage or not?
Make plays. Hey, you good. But that's when I realized, though, I was
Yeah.
like, growing up, you get so infatuated with, like, my favorite players were like Sean Taylor, but I forgot the side of him that could go pick the ball.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
infatuated with players who could hit.
Yeah.
Man,
That's-
it's about can you get that ball?
Right.
Right?
The
That's what they
ball,
care
yeah.
about in the NFL. Can you create fumbles? Can you get interceptions? That's what's going to allow you to stick. And
Yeah.
can they trust you?
Right. So go through the 5. Use the 5 teams.
Yeah. So my rookie year, did the Patriots, made it to the last cut. I mean, honestly, I knew I wasn't going to make that team because so you have two, like, throughout the training camp, they're having conversations with you,
Yeah.
right? And I remember Bill coming in. He said, sometimes in this league, you can make the plays, you can do all the right things, and it's just not in your cards to make that team.
Yeah.
But it's your job to go out there in the preseason and showcase your abilities. Well, one, they didn't tell you you got to put someone in more than 2 series, to showcase your ability. Luckily, I
Right.
got more than 2 series, but still, it was like the first game we played against the Redskins. I think I got 1 series.
Wow.
The second preseason game, I think I got none. The second preseason I got 2 series.
Okay.
Third preseason I got none.
Okay.
Fourth preseason I played a good amount of games, right?
Okay.
And so the coach Flores, he was like, man, it was me and my guy Travis. He got cut before I did. He told us, he was like, man, it's gonna be a long shot in hell for you guys to make this team. Because Nate Ebner, special teams guru. Mm-hmm. I tell guys now, you better be a dog at special teams. But Nate Ebner, special teams guru. Devin McCourty, state starter. Duron Harmon, they drafted him. Patrick Chung, that was their guy, right? Then they had Tavon Austin, who they drafted in the second round the year before. Yeah. That's 5 safeties that are guaranteed to make the team. And you only got so many spots.
So you saw the writing was on the wall for you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So after that, after I got released, man, I went to this like startup league in Nebraska, staying in like a Motel 6.
Okay.
I think I got 1 check from that, you know. But I was only there a week. Went to a Chicago Bears workout. Okay. Ended up signing with them on the active roster. Okay. DJ Williams from the Miami Hurricanes hurt his neck that week.
Dang. Okay.
So now they had to release me, and I go on practice squad for the rest of that year. You talk about a lesson. Man, I'm throwing a pity party. I'm mad that I was on active. Now I'm on practice squad, right? And I think halfway through that year, it clicked to me after seeing like one of my buddies get cut. I'm like, Shamiel, you are an idiot. Like, this is an opportunity that you're wasting because you're pouting that you're not on active. Mm-hmm. And so from that point forward, I was like, man, what is one thing I can do to get better every day? Yeah. How can I get better in the middle of the field? How can I get better at getting off the block? How can I get better at tackling? Yeah. And that's what allowed me to go into the Dolphins that following year and make that team because I said I was going to run to every ball. Mm-hmm. I don't care how tired I was, man. I ran to even they made me do rookie mini camp again at the Dolphins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, so part of me wanted to creep, the ego wanted to creep out and say, come on now, you better. I was like,
and this is your
second year.
Second year.
Yeah. I was like, Shamiel, shut up. You better go out here and do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I just ran to every ball. Yeah, I ended up hurting my shoulder, missed half the season, but it was actually like perfect timing. Okay. My mom was dealing with cancer at that point in time, and so it's kind of crazy how like God works. Mm-hmm. Like my mom was dealing with cancer. Mm-hmm. I'm on the verge of making that team right there. Yeah. I get hurt, get an injury settlement, go home. A month later, my mom is in the hospital. Man. Yeah. Okay. And so that's the first time, if I'm being honest, that's the first time I got a chance to like learn who my mom was as a person.
Really? Okay.
Because you know, when you're a kid, you just think your mom is your mom. Yeah. You don't think they have any other life outside of like raising you. You know? Yeah. And so I got a chance to like learn my mom's dreams, goals. I got a chance to like pray with my mom. Yeah. See like what she was really struggling with, you know, some of her like doubts and fears, how anxious she was. I was like, God, dog, you passed that down to me. That's where you got it from. Yeah. You know what I mean? I built a really strong relationship with my mom at that point in time. My mom had surgery one more time, right? And I say this in my speech, but you know, I thought I had like a strong a mental, right? But you talk about someone who's like a praying woman, man, the doctors would come in and say like negative news and you could see the chemo kind of draining her energy. Man, my mom would close her eyes and say, nah, God, I don't see that for my life. I see my son playing in the NFL. I see my grandchildren graduating. I see something different for my life, right? What I took from that is sometimes you can be in a dark situation, but sometimes all it takes is just closing your eyes and putting yourself in a different environment, right? And I've done that for myself a lot now, you know? And so I go back to the Dolphins, play on Monday Night Football. Shoot, my mom got a chance to see me play. Odell Beckham scores in the the end zone and does the Michael Jackson dance and get a chance to start in a couple games. It was good. And then go back home, my mom's in hospice. And my mom ends up passing away. Okay. I was digging through drawers because the next day I'm speaking at my mom's funeral. Okay. Right. And I found a poem that basically said, you know, don't worry about me, I'm free. And I was like, Mama, you good. Yeah. You good. You know, because I was the type of person, I had to be the rock. Like, I'm not gonna say this because I don't want to air that, but someone passing away. I don't know if you've had anyone like super close, like a mom or dad.
Okay. Not yet, no.
But like, it hits. My mom has a twin, right?
Okay.
And so everyone's like extremely emotional, right? And so I'm trying to be the glue and the rock, right? So I'm holding all this stuff in, and one of the most pivotal, monumental moments for me was speaking at my mom's funeral, and then sitting down and listening to what everyone was saying about her, right?
Yeah.
And then I walked away from her funeral thinking, when it's my time, what do I want people to say about me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That legacy.
Like, how do I want to be remembered? Like, will people say Shamiel, like, cared about me? Would they say Shamiel was, like, helpful? Would they say he was kind? Would they say he was narcissistic? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, what would they say?
Yeah.
And, like, the cool part about thinking about that is, like, you're still alive, and you can still write those chapters.
Yeah.
And you can't control someone else's perspective, but you can be intentional with your words and your steps and how you reach out and call and letters, you know what I mean? And so that kind of like changed my life, a lot. And then from a standpoint of life and, I go back and I go straight to football.
Yeah.
No grieving.
No grief.
No, straight to football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was dying inside.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
and I didn't realize it, and so I go to the Dolphins. I'm like, man, I'm gonna make my mom proud. All like the silly things that you say, because I say it's silly because as men, you need to learn how to like feel your feelings.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with feeling your feelings and having feelings and sitting in your feelings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I just moved on.
Just kept going, huh?
And so I didn't make the team. My agent told me I made the team. Didn't make the team. I go to the Vikings. Xavier Rhodes gets hurt. They let me go.
Yeah.
Now I go on a marathon of workouts. Jaguars workout. Baltimore Ravens workout. Dallas Cowboys workout. New York Giants workout. Jacksonville Jaguars workout. Then I'll go back to the Patriots.
Dang.
Now, but at this point, I'm cooked. I'm done. I was like, man, I don't want to play football no more.
What was the time span in there? No, all those workouts.
2 months.
About 2 months. Okay.
So I get September. So I go from September. Now it's not even 2 months. It's from September to the beginning of August.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And it's such a disheartening, disappointing feeling because you're giving it. You know what I mean? You're going there, giving it everything you got. All right, guys.
Yeah, we'll call you. Yeah, we'll call you.
Ain't calling you. You know what I mean? So I go back to the Patriots.
Was Bill still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was actually pretty cool. People say Bill is like this dry individual. He came up to me after we was doing defense. He was like, "You was gone, but not forgotten." You know what I mean? And so that was really cool.
Yeah.
But I was able to get all those chances because I was able to perform in the preseason games and all that, right? But long story short, I ended up getting released late November, and then I go to the Bills. And I remember specifically, I'm working out, and one of the strength coaches says, man, you good? And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But he could see something that I didn't see within myself, and that I was still grieving.
Some pain,
yeah. I got a concussion the next year. And I tell this story right here. I drive back home 19 hours from Buffalo, New York to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the first thing I do when I get home is I go to the car wash.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Go to the car wash, clean out my front seat, the back seat.
Yeah.
Underneath the tires, all that right there. Go to the back. Bags still in the trunk. And so instead of taking out the bags, I lift up the bags and I start vacuuming.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I believe is God. I heard a voice say, Shamiel, this is what you're doing in your life. You're holding on to the baggage that I'm trying to get you to let go of.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I truly went on a journey of like truly cleaning out my emotional, spiritual, mental trunk.
Trunk.
Yeah. So that's kind of where this journey of speaking started, where it's like in feelings and man, I don't know. Those little sayings, boys don't cry, like things like that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So that's kind of my journey right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is some advice that you would give a kid from the 918?
Yeah.
Like when you go back home, and what would you kind of been sharing those stories?
Be present in everything you do.
Yep.
Be where your feet are. Because distractions create regrets.
Okay.
Presence creates memories. So if you're able to show up fully available in each area of your life, you're able to create beautiful memories in football, beautiful memories with your family, beautiful memories with friends.
Yeah.
But if you're distracted, if you're at football thinking about friends, if you're with your family thinking about football, if you're in class thinking about, the next thing, you're never able to give your true 100% self to that thing.
Yeah.
So that's the advice I would give to a young kid.
Absolutely.
And 918 is like, learn how to be where your feet are. Just be fully present and eliminate the distractions.
Yeah.
I got a nutritionist now 'cause I'm trying to lose some weight,
Okay, yeah.
And you would think they were going to give me a meal plan. They didn't give me no meal plan. They said, Shamiel, what do we need to cut out?
Okay.
And so sometimes in order to give yourself a chance to succeed, you got to be willing to let go of and cut out things out of your life, you know? But most of the time,
things that taste so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of the time people aren't willing to cut out friends, food, phone, TV, you know what I mean? Because it's part of you, So
If you could go back and give rookie Shamiel a piece of advice, what would it be? Kind of the same.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Be where your feet are, you know what I mean? And don't actually I would switch it though.
Okay.
Because I would say I was focused, but I think the difference between like a great like Tom Brady and someone who is, kind of like myself. I would say myself. You know what I mean? Tom Brady has the ability to stay consistent and focused over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Versus me, I'm able to stay focused during a season.
Okay.
And then I'm distracted.
Yeah.
Then I'm redoing it all over again, and then I'm distracted. Now, you think about the compound interest of someone doing the same thing and sacrificing day in and day out for years at a time.
Those are the GOATs.
What does that look like? Yeah,
the GOATs,
so that's what I would tell myself is like, in order to not have any regrets, you have to sacrifice for a period of time because once it's done, it's done. I mean, have you seen some of these leagues on Facebook? These 37U tackle football. I'm like, what y'all doing?
Yeah, he's trying to kill himself.
Yeah, my knees hurt looking at that.
Right.
So
your faith has played a big role in your life. And I know you said you had some setbacks, some different, you veered off the path a little bit. But how has it anchored you through your highs and lows?
It's given me hope. It's given me the ability to endure hard moments in my life, and then it's also given me the ability to like, there's these words like manifest and things like that, but I think it's given me the ability to like believe in something that I can't see, what I mean? Something faith, you know what I mean? So I think that's what is done for me.
How has family overall played? What role did they play in your life as far as helping you through all of this stuff?
Man, my dad is, I would say he's like a little guru, like I've gotten to the point now where I come to it, I go to him for something. He's like, oh, Shamiel, don't worry about it. It'll be all right. Before, I'd be like, nah, you don't understand, Dad. You don't understand. He'd be like, Shamiel, it'll be all right. Nah, but hear me out. Now it's just like, he'll say it. I'm like, I got you. I listen to you. You know what I mean? I spent so much time not listening to you, and you've been right so many times that at some point in time, it's like, come on now, start listening. Right. But my cousins, my sister, I got a big family, and they've all played a pivotal role in who Shamiel is, and they've all seen the immature, impulsive Shamiel, and they have seen the maturation of who I am now.
Okay. So now you have a platform. You're a nationally known speaker.
So it's Game Time Excellent. This is all about showing up each day, being the best version of yourself like it is game day. Showing up fully available, ready to adapt to the ever-changing seasons, controlling what you can't control in order for you to be the best year, right? No, it's been good though. I get a chance to travel the country and speak to students, speak to adults. Also run a business called the Athlete Roundtable. Something that I wish I would have had, where we do like player development. So it's like professional development, teaching financial literacy, mindset.
With professionals or just
like high school and college.
High school and college.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so we're actually about to start our in-person stuff so each month we're gonna do a different theme, do a 2-week seminar where we it's gonna be like, how to take care of your body. It's gonna be financial literacy. So coming to the Oklahoma City Metroplex, we're gonna start doing in-person events to help these athletes become well-rounded.
So if an organization wants to book you for a speaking engagement, how can they do that?
ShamielGary.com.
ShamielGary.com.
Yeah.
Simple.
Just, there's a form. Fill it out. We'll get back to you. Myself or my assistant will make it happen. Then as far as the Athlete Roundtable, you just type in, just go to athleteroundtable.com. Yeah.
I'll have those links in the bio, or in the description. So you have one daughter, you said?
2 daughters. And a son. But man, I know you have a daughter, right?
Okay. I got 2 sons.
So no, forget your sons. Okay, we ain't worried about that right now.
Okay.
We worry about your daughter. Okay. I got a new book coming out called Dear Daughter.
Okay.
It's love letters, reminders, and lessons from a father's heart to his daughter.
Okay.
It's coming out September 7th. You can pre-order it right now, but you should definitely get it. Not saying you don't know the right words, but it's a good conversation starter for you and your daughter, right?
Yeah.
One question in there is, am I seeing who my daughter is today, or am I holding on to a version of her from the past, right? And so, I'll answer that real fast.
It's funny you say that because that's the question. I'll go through my phone and look at the pictures of her when she's just so innocent and just like, so precious and, with daddy-daughter dances and stuff like that. And like, I know how I would like her to be or finish out, grow up. But, that's a good question to sit and think about.
Yeah.
But so how can one get a hold of that? You said pre-orders? Would it be on the
pre-orders, but it's ShamielStore.com. ShamielStore.com. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I got like shirts and stuff on there, but mainly go get the book. I'm really passionate about that because I believe, fathers play a major role in their kids' lives.
Right.
I don't know the data, but I'm sure the data would say kids with an active father in their life, they are impacted greatly compared to a kid without a father or a mentor in their life, And so,
Well, when did you figure out or realize that you wanted to be a speaker? Like
man,
how did that work?
I see people from high school and they're like, Shamiel, man, like I'm so surprised you're doing speaking. I go back and watch some of my old interviews at OSU.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, Shamiel, open your mouth.
Right.
Like, like talk.
Yeah.
But, man, it was the people like Robert Meacham, R.W. McCorders.
Yeah. I play with,
that came back to Booker T. And so my last year in the Bills, that was going into my 4th year, I did 30 free speaking engagements.
Okay.
In like February and March.
Okay.
Because I wanted to give back.
All local?
Right.
In Tulsa?
Yeah, all local.
Okay.
Now, I was awful. Yeah. Man, I was bad. Okay. But I was trying to get my testimony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so then I got that concussion, drove home, the baggage, but I was sitting at home watching Bluey, drop my daughter off at school. And I was like, man, Shamiel, what's next?
Yeah.
And I used to want to be a coach, and I realized how many hours coaches put in. I'm like, I'm not about that life,
Yeah, we coached had a little stint at John Marshall.
Yeah, then I realized, I was like, I ain't doing it, Now, I wasn't the greatest, but I remember sometimes your words are exactly what someone needs in that moment just to take one more step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not to go like 10 miles, but just one more step.
That one,
you know what I mean? And so I just want to be that person for other people. I have the thing that I say is like speak life, and it comes from the Bible. There's life and death within each one of our tongues, right?
Yeah.
And so my goal is to speak life into people. I like writing, so I'm excited
Okay.
about.
So is this your first book?
No, it's my fourth book.
Fourth? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You got 2 sons. I got a book called Dear Ricky. You know what I mean? You should get that book too. You know, that's a good book as well.
I got a wife too. You got one for that one?
No, I don't got that. I don't got that. You know, I'm not on that level. You know what I mean?
Okay. How do you measure your success today versus when you were chasing NFL dreams?
Oh my goodness. Man, I have found that's tough. That's tough because there's so many different metrics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I'm like learning business and things like that. But for me, success is doing so not so much the outcomes, right? But doing the inputs, right? The daily tasks, the daily habits.
Gotcha.
Right? And if I can do those consistently 80%, 85% per week, that's success. Because, you know, I mean, it's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym at a 7-day week 5 times, like you may not know what you're doing. You're going to get in shape. You're going to see some results. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not so much worried about the outcome anymore. As long as I do the things I know I'm supposed to do, that stuff will come.
Gotcha. What's been your most powerful or emotional speaking moment so far?
Probably speaking at my mom's funeral.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's almost like an intimate environment. Like, you know, I've been blessed to be able to speak to like 2,000, 1,000, 3,000.
Yeah.
But like when it's those moments where it's like 50, and you can lock eyes with every person.
Yeah.
You can see that they're feeling what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're
picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you know, those are those like real moments where, shoot, I haven't cried yet, but I've been close to like crying.
You can cry on the podcast, man. Come on, let it on out, man.
You'll give me a hug.
I got you a hug. If a young athlete asked you, why should I care about character? Okay, how would you respond?
One, I would probably ask them questions. You know what I mean? It's like, because I try to
figure out why he asked you that.
Yeah, why are you asking that? You know what I mean? But I'll probably be curious to like, you know, what's your goal?
Yeah.
Like, is your goal to be a college athlete? Is your goal to be a good man, good woman? You know what I mean? Like, what's your goal?
Yeah.
And then I would kind of, relate it back to like, in order to have any of those things, like it starts with your character.
Yeah.
And outside of your accolades, your successes, your character sticks with you forever, and that's where you get opportunities based off of your character.
Because that kind of references back to, how you want your legacy to be. Because I always, when I do I'm not as big as a speaker as you are on the national stage, but when I talk to athletes, I always ask them, what do you want your dash to be? That dash between when you were born, that date, and then the time that you pass away. That little dash in between is how do you want to be recognized, and like characters was one of the main things that he was a good guy. He did this. He helped people. He talked to me. He spoke life into people and stuff like that. So,
that's kind of what I'm trying to do now. With relationships and friendships, and I'm trying to like pause before I like reply back. I'm trying to like pause and ask a question.
Okay.
Because what I realize is typically when I'm having conversations with people, you say something and people jump on the first words you say or the second words you say, and you're like, no, that's not what I meant. This is what I actually mean. You know what I mean? Because like, we all speak like we're doing the rough draft of a paper, right? And so it takes us like 3 times to truly get to the exact point. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah.
I dislike when people like immediately cut me off or go left, and I'm like, dude,
like I just did.
No. But just be curious though. Like just be curious about the other person. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to be better at. And I just try to like care about who the other person is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I've tried to step back and do that. Even with my wife, my kids, just kind of sit back, listen to what their thoughts are, what how they're feeling, and try to not just overstep and overtalk. And that can affect a variety of places in life. So, what would be a dream opportunity for you Like what would it look like for you right now? Like a big conference or a commencement speech at a college, or what's the dream opportunity look like for you?
Shoot, New York Times bestseller, Dear Daughter.
Okay.
That's
hey, you already got the ball rolling.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. And then the conference that I'm looking to do for the Athlete Roundtable. So where we're doing these seminars each month on like financial literacy, nutrition, like accountability, learning how to apologize as a young man and young woman, learning how to value yourself. It's gonna take some work. I can make it happen. You know what I mean? I truly believe that. But it's gonna be a beautiful thing being able to have 200 to 500 athletes each month in a basketball arena or something like that, and bringing in, each month top experts in sleep and financial literacy and things like that.
Okay. Well, you kind of got the ball rolling, so you gotta. But it's that faith you talked about. You can't. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
All right, so we're gonna finish kind of some rapid fire questions for you, and you're just gonna just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
What was your pregame hype song
at Booker T? Lil Boosie. Yeah. I know. Can't nobody F with me. That's right there. Yeah, that was my song right there. Yeah.
Hardest hitter you ever faced?
Hardest hitter? In high school, my guy D-Lo, Daytwan Lowe. Yeah, he was coming downhill hitting. And then as far as like NFL, Rashad Jones from the Miami Dolphins.
One teammate you'd go to war with again?
Go to war with probably Rashad Jones. He was a dog.
He was a dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Your best memory from your OSU days?
Probably a TCU game my senior year. Man, that was just a really good game. We were peaking at the right time, top-ranked team. And during that game, had a couple PBUs, really good man. And then TCU was driving to go score. Fourth down, out route, they went to me. PBU.
Yeah.
Done.
Game over.
Yeah.
Tulsa barbecue or Stillwater Eats?
And you gotta go with the hometown, Tulsa barbecue, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Go to Leon's.
Leon's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to try when I'm up there.
Yeah.
Favorite Bible verse that got you through the grind?
Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. I will uphold you and strengthen you with my righteous right hand. Now, if someone goes and looks that up, there's, depending on
different versions of
the version that you're looking at, okay, that's
you get the idea.
You get the gist, yeah.
Cleats or sneakers, which do you keep fresh?
Shoot, sneakers, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't keep anything fresh. If I'm being real, I'm probably like, I just don't care,
I got you.
Yeah.
The play you'll never forget.
Shoot, probably my freshman year at Wyoming. I caught 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions?
Yeah.
One game?
I guess that's plays.
Yeah.
So let's go with play.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot, probably middle school. It's a funny moment. We go all the way back.
Yeah.
There was this kid named Reno.
You know the kid's name and everything?
Yeah. He played at, he went to Madison.
Okay.
Madison Middle School. I was running down the sideline at quarterback. Man, the Carver Middle School, there's a track right there. He hit me so hard, I flew to the track. Like, no, this isn't like over exaggeration.
You in the fourth lane?
Dude, I've never been hit that hard in my life. Right? He was in middle school. We was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
This dude had a mustache. I've never seen a kid with this many muscles.
He been held back.
Come on, man. Reno, if you seen this, no disrespect to you. I love you.
Hey, man, you never forget that.
Yeah.
Who had the best hands you've ever seen in practice?
Shoot, Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
We call him Juice.
Zeus.
Like, look, if you go back and go watch his film at the Dolphins, he called kickoff return. Like,
one
hand, like, he was probably, how tall are you, like 5'10"?
5'10", yeah.
Yeah, he was 5'10", but he wore XXL gloves.
So he just
it was
palm basketball, all that stuff. Yeah.
But on defense, though, there's Brent Grimes. Probably the most athletic guy I've ever seen in my life.
Brent Grimes, okay, yeah. Dream speaking venue or podcast to appear on? Well, you've already appeared on ROK. So
come on now.
What's the next one?
Yes, sir. Probably dream speaking venue. Man, I used to have like aspirations. So, Tony Robbins, I don't know if you know. I used to have aspirations of like speaking to like a crowd like that. Mm-hmm. But I think my aspiration now is conducting an event of that magnitude.
Wow. Okay.
Where I'm impacting athletes' lives. You know what I mean? So that's my goal right there.
We've been a part of sports our whole lives. And there's momentum in games.
Yep.
It could be positive for you, it could be negative for you. Well, what's the biggest momentum shift in your life that you can remember?
I'll probably say when I smoked weed and man, I shifted completely. Yeah. And started to do things the right way consistently. You know what I mean? Okay. And I would say the next thing was, I would say here recently, I kind of went through a spell of I don't want to call it depression or whatever, because I don't know what, like, I don't like using those words like loosely, but there was like an extreme down moment. Okay. But in the past, I would shut down and go to my vices, which is like I go eat donuts or go spend money, things like that. But I went through this moment and I continued to do the things that I knew I was supposed to do. Okay. And eventually I came out of it. But when I came out of it, I was still on track to have success. Instead of coming out of it, now I'm behind. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like that's probably been my biggest momentum shift. Okay. Because in every day, like people talk about, that old saying in football, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. I never really understood it. But from a psychology standpoint, you're either reinforcing the person you're trying to become, right? Or you're reinforcing the old version of yourself with your decisions. Okay. Right? And so our habits are always in constant state of flow. Gotcha. Right? So a lot of times people think like, oh, I did it before 10 years ago. That's 10-year version of you. That's not you now, right? Yeah. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do is like build habits that reinforce who I'm trying to become. Gotcha.
Man, this has been a deep podcast, man. I enjoyed talking with you, man, and I appreciate you stopping by and just taking time out of your day and coming by and hollering at me, man.
Yeah, so, I appreciate you.
But we'll get you, man, some speaking engagements, and I'll put all the stuff in the bio and the description, and be sure to hit him up for speaking engagements, get the books. But man,
you get the book.
I'm getting it.